Hey guys, here we go into a video on the flow of the fight for Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul and the kind of myth of Floyd Mayweather's defense. Now, Mayweather is not normally a front foot fighter or an aggressive fighter. He's a back foot fighter and he doesn't normally slip punches to the front foot. So if someone throws a right hand at you, you're supposed to slip your weight to the front foot and mirror their position. But Mayweather likes to pull back and pull his weight to the back foot and then duck underneath the following punches. However, this tactic is actually illegal, as you're never actually allowed to put your head below your opponent's waistband, or rather, your opponent's navel, your opponent's belly button. Now here, we're going to have Logan Paul feinting Mayweather, and Mayweather's going to try and duck that right hand, expecting it to come, but on that beat and on that rhythm that Mayweather comes up, the right hand follows him back and actually hurts Mayweather, kind of exploiting the flaw in this defense, because Mayweather is already on the back foot when the right hand comes. He doesn't have an opportunity to slip his head across the line because his next move is usually supposed to be ducking the next punch. And instead of ducking the punch, he actually gets walked into the right hand. Now, we're going to take a look at kind of the flow of the fight for the rest of the fight and how that was able to negatively impact and spoil the fight. Well, number one, Mayweather ducking below the waist here is illegal, okay? All the legal targets for Logan Paul right now are below his own waist, okay? So that means he's going to be punching down, but he has to also find a legal target to punch at, because he can't blatantly be punching at the top of Mayweather's head, right? Or at the back of Mayweather's neck. And this tactic, by hiding all of his legal targets, allows him to illegally put undue pressure on Logan Paul, allowing him to press him without having to put himself at any risk, because all of his targets are illegal, right? And again, pressing forward below the waist, right? How is Logan Paul supposed to defend himself against all these illegal targets? Now again, this is what happens now. If Logan Paul throws any punches at these illegal targets, Mayweather just ducks and winds up getting hit behind the head or whatever Mayweather wants to call foul for. And then this is also going to, again, create more space for Mayweather, because if it's illegal for Jake Paul or Logan Paul to throw punches when Mayweather does this, then he's not going to be throwing punches when Mayweather does this, which means that it's going to be a very effective way for Mayweather to slide forward and create offense, right? As we can see here in the 7th round, Mayweather faux walking Logan Paul down, but notice he doesn't slip his weight to the front foot ever, right? He didn't pull counter that. He wasn't able to continue moving his offense forward. He gets tapped by a jab, which happened constantly throughout the fight. Tapped by the jab. Again, Mayweather doesn't really know how to slip punches very well. He only knows how to duck them very well and put himself in this illegal position, again, so that Logan Paul, again, the amateur, can't really take advantage of this. He doesn't know the rules. He doesn't know how to stop Mayweather from doing this, right? So again, finding himself in a position where he's trying to get underneath his jab and duck under the line and put free pressure on Logan Paul and then kind of fight him on the inside, right? Now, again, Mayweather getting caught. And this was basically the basic flow and pattern of the fight. Mayweather not able to slip to the front foot ever, not able to get his weight to the front foot, and constantly spoiling the fight by ducking below the waist, putting on some pressure, coming forward, and again, not really feinting or probing, and Logan Paul seeing that punch coming, easily coming. And now when Logan Paul gets ready to set up his own offense, right? He gets ready, easily able to feint Mayweather and send Mayweather to the back half of his line. Feint him, push him off of his line, stop him from coming forward. And then what happens as soon as he throws punches? Mayweather ducks below the waist and spoils the engagement. Again, that's the flow of the fight for most of Mayweather's fights. And the fact that the referee didn't call him on it at all, in spite of the fact that it's dangerous, right? It's a dangerous move. If Mayweather comes up with his head right now, he could really hurt Logan Paul. But also, this is a very dangerous place for Mayweather to be too. This is a very dangerous place for him to be putting his head, okay? And anyway, if you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my other videos and for full film studies. And don't worry, there will not be a full film study of this fight on my Patreon. I will not be watching this again. But for more full film studies of good fights, check out my Patreon, and yeah, thanks guys.